Hello there guys, and welcome to this FIFA match day. This is going to be another match for you guys. Today I'm going to pick Sporting SP. Now this is a team in Portugal, and this team is amazing in FIFA. This is a great, or was a great match here. And you can see here I'm just shifting the formation up a little bit. They don't have great left backs and right backs, but they do have some excellent wingers. And the thought process for me usually is I try to start out the game with the slower players who are sort of like more on the dribbling side, sort of like Fernandes. He's not really super fast or anything, but he's got some great passing and some great dribbling. So I was going to run with him and probably then bring Cailo in after that. But that was the thought process. And I think, bring Jeffrin up as well, just because he's fast. And I think he was like 4-star, so I don't know if I do play him, to be honest. I probably don't. Do I? I don't know. I definitely put him in the sub list, but I probably don't play him in the match. But yeah, this was a great match. Again, just messing around with the formation, and I think I do decide to start with Fernandes on the wing. Yeah, there you go. Yep. I start with him on the wing, and I'm playing with Ilias and Rianudo, or I don't know how you say that name, in the middle. So yeah, that is the team. Sporting from Portugal. Now this is a great team. They took out, I think, Barcelona. Not Barcelona, lol. They took out Manchester City in the Europa League, and they're 4.5 stars actually, which is kind of surprising. Sort of up there with Benfica and Porto from Portugal. Great teams. And they've got, the thing I like about these teams is that all their players are sort of solid passers. They're all, generally fast, so it's pretty intense. But the games aren't, edgy enough. And today I'm actually going to be playing against Newcastle United, which is actually one of the requested teams, which should come to you guys for the next FIFA match day. So here we go, the game is going to start. Newcastle United has some key players. They have Toite, they have Ben Arfa, they have Gutierrez. They've got some really good players. So my opponent today was actually pretty good on the ball. He gets a really early chance here that's a little bit too risky, but all is going to be well. So here we go, goal kick, Rui Patruccio. And usually when I try to take the goal kicks, I try to play them sort of to the side, as opposed to just kicking it up, because sometimes if you don't give it too much power, sometimes it goes right to your player. And my player that I'm controlling right here, João Pereira, he is going to play a very crucial role in this match. So here we go, my opponent is moving the ball around really well, really patiently, but I'm going to eventually force him to run out of space and just give the ball away here. And just look at this, he is just relentless in terms of pressure, doesn't want to give the ball away, passing the ball excellently. Look at this, gets the ball, tries to get the ball again, turns around, but my defending, again, I'm just trying to get the ball out here, but I keep giving it away. And he's dominating me right now. The first 10 minutes of the game, complete domination of my defending. And look at this, I try to bring the ball up again, but nope, he's gonna take it up again, bring it to the side, and again, I'm trying to defend on this side here. Plays an excellent ball to Toite, and what a goal that was. Now my opponent 100% deserved that goal. The pass was cunning. Look at that, look at the pass. Oh, he's not gonna let you see it. But now finally I get some time on the ball. Like, I hadn't touched the ball really. Every time I got it, it'd get taken away from my opponent. So I knew I was up against a really tough player, and there I was making mistakes over and over again. I mean, I needed to step up my game if I wanted to beat this guy. So here you go, he's gonna play a through ball in the air. My defending, again, not too great. His players are very strong on the ball. He's got very tough players, and look at this, he almost scores again. And wow, what a start, I'm thinking. So I definitely need to do something special here. I play the ball over to Shars in the middle here, and again I keep losing the ball. I don't know why I'm trying to dribble around his players. And now here comes João Pereira from the right. He is running about with good pace, pushes off Toite, and look at this, he's gonna go to the corner, lobs it in the middle. Oh, Van Wolfswinkel, what a goal. Quick reply at least to my opponent. And that's why I told you to keep your eye out on João Pereira. Look at that, just beautiful cross, even though he was running at full pace and pressured by Tiote. So that was a great goal. I was back right into the game, and now my opponent maybe feeling some pressure. I needed him to feel some pressure, and now I'm slowly getting into the rhythm of this team. I play the ball over to Insua on the left flank. Here's Scars, back to Elias, and again, you know how much I stress possession football in terms of keeping the ball. And now running with Fernandez again on the right. I'm going to be trying to use the flank here, cut it back into Elias, trying to get a little sprint there using the right stick, but it's not going to work. My opponent reads it well. And here's Ben Arfa. He's playing with Ben Arfa actually in the middle of the field, which isn't really a place you see Ben Arfa playing at a lot. But I do it personally as well. I like to use him in the midfield just because he's got good passing and good dribbling. Definitely not a surprising decision. And here again, I try to do for that, go for that cheeky little run to maybe get around my opponent, but opponent is defending rather well. His Shars, I lose the ball in the midfield. My midfielders don't have the greatest of dribbling, so I expect him to get, I expect my midfielder to get away from my opponent, but it sort of doesn't work. So again, taking the ball up on the sides, and I like to always sort of bring it up from the side and then maybe cut towards the middle and force the game into my opponent's half. And that's something you want to do once the ball possession has allowed your defenders to sort of push up the midfield. You know, see like where my defenders are right now, very high defensive line, and then you can start to think about building an attack. So now you're in the chance creation part of the game, and Sporting do have in real life very, very fast build-up play. They really like to push the ball up as quickly as they can, and there I go again with that sprint, trying to get through. More in the style of Ronaldo Nazario de Lima, who is my personal favorite player of all time. He used to do that kind of thing, where he'd spot a gap and just sprint through it beautifully. So my opponent now getting on the ball. He's running around with Cisse. Here's Gutierrez. I don't know why he's playing Gutierrez on this side, where it does. Yeah, Gutierrez should play on that side. What am I saying? Yeah. So there's a goal to Diego Capel. Again to Diego Capel, and I'm trying to play through balls, maybe 1-2 combinations, but it's not really working at this stage. My opponent is playing well, and right now really it's just a spar up the midfield. I mean, he gets the ball, I get the ball, and we can't push up. We haven't really gotten chances. We've just been sort of battling for who keeps possession longer, and that just shows that both of us are keen on keeping control of the ball and know how important it is to keep the ball. And there you go, he making mistakes there. This could be very, very, very crucial. Here's Elias, and again I somehow get away from that very, very close dribbling, and I'm gonna play the ball over to João Pereira, who was the assist of the first ball, and that was a horrible pass. I meant it for João Pereira, who was making a good run, but it didn't work. And again, my opponent using Ben Arfa again. Do you see he gets the ball to him really quickly, plays an accurate, strong pass to him, and that's how you want to be using him when you play him in the midfield. He's not very pacey. Here's Insua. I play a great through ball to Diego Capel. Will I score another cross? No, I won't. He's just gonna tap it out with a slider. So here you go. That's the kind of kick I was talking about, where you don't give it a lot of power and it sort of lands to your guy, and he can play it safely. Sometimes it can be dangerous though. Here's Ba. Plays it to Ben Arfa again, and Gutierrez dipping into the middle a little. I think he's playing Gutierrez at the tip as a front two. Maybe they just switched position, because usually Cisse plays behind Ba, and Gutierrez is on the flank. Wow, that was a crazy, crazy attempt. Almost got me, and now I'm going to use the turn here, and I don't know why I stopped. And I'm going to give the ball away to Tiote, and he's going to maybe. No, he took his time. I would have personally crossed it right after I entered the box, but he chose to keep it, but the ball sort of was taken away from him there as he was pressured into my defense. So that was the first half. You can see the possession is identical, and we both, as I said, don't have many chances because most of the game has been happening on in the midfield. You know, it's time to use a little bit of more speed, and I think I make a substitution here very soon, where I bring in more speed and take Rodriguez and play him in sort of a midfield position, so he can dribble it a little bit and maybe pass the ball. I make an early prediction there that doesn't work too well for me. And if Ba was a little bit quicker, I mean, if my opponent didn't have Newcastle and he had a little bit, you know, a little faster a striker, I would have been in big trouble. So thankfully my defenders were able to keep him at bay. And look at this again, key positioning of the defender. You can watch that when I defend, I try to sort of keep a line and sort of close the space down, as opposed to run at my opponent and grab the ball instantly. And I'm gonna play a beautiful through ball here to Diego Capel. Cut in the middle. Diego Capel still going. Plays it to Fernandez, and there it is, 2-1. What a switch! What a goal! Fernandez, great. See, usually he wouldn't be playing on the wing, but there he is. Takes the ball and then with his left to the back of the net. That was a great goal. So now the pressure is all on my opponent. It's down to him to sort of bring his team back, and he hasn't been really pressuring my net. He had some an odd chance, but he sort of didn't really use it. And you can see here, I'm not really too much of a rush to bring the ball forward, but I don't know why I'd cross it there. And he's playing it over to Ba. Here's Cisse. But defending again. And here I was kind of scared and get the ball up to Shars. And again, using the sides here. You want to drive the ball with one player as sort of as far as you can without pressure. Through ball. Oh, can it be? Oh no, not enough power. Not enough power. And he plays it dangerously to Shar. Here's Diego Capel. Oh, good chance. Good chance. He's gonna. My opponent. You know, my opponent is very quick, to bring the ball up right now. He's playing a little bit differently than he was before. Before, he would keep the ball a little more with his midfielders, and you pass it to the wing, bring it back in the middle. Now he's just taking the ball up as fast as he can. Me, I should probably be playing a little bit more possessively, trying to keep it a little bit more than I'd like to. But my defenders just go up, right up. See, like, look at the radar. They go right up, so I don't really need to spend much time waiting for them to sort of push up. And that's one of the advantages of a high defensive line, is that your team gets right on top of the ball. So, like, you can see now my opponent, when he gets the ball from me, or like, well, not right there, but if I do lose the ball in my opponent's half and I've got a really high defensive line, my opponent really takes no real advantage. Well, he obviously has the ball, which is a great advantage, but he has to bring it all the way up, usually 4 or 5 passes until it's in a dangerous position. So more passes he has to make, the more chances of an interception for me. So that's the idea of a high defensive line. But I guess the danger is obviously that you've got a high defense, and a through ball with a fast striker who can latch onto it can be very dangerous. At least that's how I think in terms of tactics on this game. So here we go. I did make the substitution. Gonna bring Fernandez in the middle. Look at this ball. Oh, great ball. Oh, but he doesn't quite get around Coloccini. Coloccini is like one of my favorite defenders in the English Premier League, actually. I don't know why, I just like him a lot. And look at this. Oh, again, my opponent starting to make a chance, and my players run into each other there. Here's Ba again. He's trying not to rush it. You can see he's trying not to rush, trying not to sprint too much on the dribble, and I'm just giving the ball away here sloppily. But so is he. He's playing under pressure. I'm playing under the urge to sort of score a third goal and just wrap this map up. Wrap this game up. I'm thinking StarCraft terms. So here we go again. I intercept the ball with Van Wilvenswinkel. And I try to play it to him, but he's simply not fast enough to sort of latch onto that type of through ball. And again, my opponent gonna take the ball, and you can see here, he's not passing it to the sides. He's just trying to get up as fast as he can. And look at this. Is it an offside? Oh, it's not an offside. Another chance. Oh wow. You know, in all fairness, he probably deserved a goal there. My opponent probably deserved a goal, but you know, football is luck, especially in FIFA. There's a lot of bullshit, and here he tries to take a shot, but my goalie, beautiful save, and I'm just gonna kick the ball upfield and get rid of it. So here's Hernandez. I'm going to try to play a cross, but it doesn't really work. And unfortunately, it looks like I'm not going to be able to get my sub in time. Intercept a beautiful pass there. That would have been, he would have been in for, you know, a good counterattack. But here's Diego Capel. Going to cross it to the other side to Elias, who's going to lob it in. Oh, is this a goal? Yes, it is. Van Wolfenswinkel. 3-1. That's probably, like, when you look at 3-1, you'd think that it was a breeze, you know, but this game was really tough, and now that sort of puts it in the bag for me. And here's Carrillo instead of Elias, who just actually created that chance, and Carrillo is quite fast, actually. I think that's why I brought him in. So again, now my opponent just giving the ball away, and I'm waiting for that run. There it goes, Fernandez, but he's gonna get pushed off by Coloccini. And waiting to make that pass. There it is to Tiote. Tiote plays it to Ba. One thing about the Newcastle players is that they've got good finishing, good passing traits, good strength to them, but Ba and Cisse aren't really fast enough. Ba does have good heading. I don't know what exactly is his heading stat, but he's simply not fast enough to sort of make the difference. But you need to have at least one, a fast winger, for example, or maybe a fast striker to latch onto balls. Well, that sounded really bad. Latch onto balls. Anyway, there is the final whistle, as Martin Towler said. 3-1 to Sporting. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the match day. Now, I've gone to sort of playing quietly and post-commentating, and I feel that I'm able to give you more information about the game. And you can see here I've got way more tackles than my opponent, so I definitely defended better than him. But yeah, and it, you know, when you're playing and commentating at the same time, it sort of, you know, takes your focus away. So yeah, that was a Sporting CP. The next match is going to be in Newcastle United. Right after that, not sure. Post a comment on this video. The first comment of a team that I didn't already cover will be in the match day following that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll see you guys next time.